They may have heroes in them, but these battles are far from super.
You have to be chosen.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst superhero fight scenes. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at fight scenes in superhero films that either failed to capture any form of the excitement that most were expecting, or were just disappointing overall.
Wait. You don't have to do this. Alright, maybe you do.
Number 10, Batman and Robin versus Freezer Thugs. Batman and Robin.
Grab the gem! Kill the heroes!
What's your ideal Dark Knight? A symbol of fear to criminals everywhere as he strikes from the shadows to deliver justice in a city filled with corruption and villainy? Or do you prefer him dressed in a rubber suit with carved bat nipples and built-in ice skates, whose idea of stopping crime involves playing hockey with a diamond? Well, unfortunately, in this case, you get the latter.
Yes, kill them! Kill them! Yes! Destroy everything!
In order to stop the likes of Mr. Freeze and his cronies, both the Caped Crusader and the Boy Wonder find themselves using hockey sticks instead of their detective work in order to thwart his plans. Are they sure this wasn't a rejected episode from the Adam West show?
Thanks for playing.
Number 9, Green Lantern versus Parallax. Green Lantern. While Ryan Reynolds can rest easy now, knowing that he will be forever affiliated with his far superior interpretation of Deadpool, there's no denying that the final battle against this CGI-heavy supervillain was not his finest hour. As the all-consuming manifestation of the Yellow Lantern makes its way to Earth, Hal Jordan engages in a fight that is far too silly to even be considered fun.
I feel your fear growing. You will be dead soon.
Green Lantern's ring-based constructions have not aged well, and when used against such an uninspired antagonist, the result just feels really unimpressive and very forgettable. Not even Reynolds' immense charm could save him from this scene. Number 8, SpiderMan versus Electro, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Now I'm gonna take back what is rightfully mine.
The talent was there. The visuals don't look bad, and it could have been one of the webhead's most memorable confrontations, if it didn't all fall flat on its face. In order to save Gwen Stacy and the world, Spidey has to get past the living lightning bolt that is Electro, which he manages to accomplish by making a web-based circuit that drains the supervillain of all his energy. Granted, Andrew Garfield and Jamie Foxx put their all into it, so it's sad to see the scene turn out so poorly. But with how cluttered the rest of the movie was, we're left with an unsatisfying end to a villain who never really took off. Wait, hold on a second. Does this mean that Spider-Man just killed someone?
I think we can still make your fight!
Number 7, Hulk versus Mutated Dogs. Hulk. There's trying to be too dark, and then there's throwing in a horrible CGI monster poodle into your film. As Betty Ross finds out that her old flame can turn into a giant green rage machine, 3 giant dogs that have been altered by Bruce Banner's father attack. It's meant to inspire some sense of horror and foreboding, but instead looks totally ridiculous as the Hulk beats the heck out of him. Adding a serious layer to a comic book film has been proven to work very well if done right. Right here, though, are 3 perfect examples of how not to do it. Number 6, Daredevil versus Elektra. Daredevil.
I don't like being touched.
And we're not even talking about the supposedly dramatic battle at the end. Nope, we've chosen the first meeting and subsequent faux fight in a playground between our 2 leads. And boy, is it ever stupid. Obvious wirework and impossible agility aside, did we really need Matt Murdock and Elektra flipping over seesaws while a gaggle of youngsters watched? We all know that fighting and flirting are what these 2 do best, but the way it was handled resulted in something so incredibly dumb that it felt out of place, even in a film which had Colin Farrell as an assassin with a target scarred on his forehead.
My name's Electro Nachos.
Number 5, Wolverine versus Deadpool. X-Men Origins, Wolverine. With a single fight, the rage of millions of fanboys was unleashed. And for good reason, since anyone who knows even an inkling of who Deadpool is knows that they royally messed this one up. After escaping containment with many captured mutants in tow, a pre-X-Men Wolverine is forced to do battle with his old comrade Wade Wilson.
Wait, is that you?
The thing is, he's been pieced together with the powers of other mutants, which includes laser eye blasts and being able to unsheath blades from his fists. Oh, and they stitched his mouth shut for reasons. They literally censored the merc with a mouth. How about that? While the fight itself is painfully average, it's the horrific treatment of the character that really set a new low for the movie. Number 4, Spawn versus the Violator, Spawn.
I'm gonna cut you into 15 pieces and mail you to every state.
Taking one of the most violent and demonic protagonists in all of comics, along with his violently grotesque nemesis, and giving them this kind of Hollywood treatment pretty much sums up the state of the superhero genre back in the 90s. After refusing to lead Hell's army, Spawn finds himself facing down the Violator. Now, normally one looks like a severe burn victim and the other looks like a creepy clown. But for this particular showdown, both relied heavily on CGI, which made things look pretty horrendous. This could be forgiven if the fight was at least interesting, but when the highlight of the fight is Spawn getting pinned to a fence by a bad CGI effect, not a chance, bro.
Violator 1, Spawny Boy 0.
Number 3, Fantastic Four versus Doom, Fan Four Stick, aka Fantastic Four.
Always so smug, thinking you were smarter than me.
It says something when your flick makes the insanely cheesy entries that came before almost look like masterpieces. In a bid to take the first family of Marvel in a much darker direction, the film somehow manages to leave its final fight to the last minute, where they try to shove as many visual effects as possible into the smallest available time in the hopes of making something that resembles a thrilling climax. Needless to say, it works out as well as you'd expect. None of the characters utilize their powers in any imaginative way. There is little to no tension, and its extremely short duration just acts as the final nail in this terrible coffin.
Let's get the hell out of here!
Number 2, Catwoman versus Laurel Harder, Catwoman.
It was me you flushed down the pipes.
We might have no problem with a Catwoman movie that stepped away from the Batman mythos, so long as it brought something new to the table. Instead, we got this, and I guess it is new, but not the kind of new we wanted. Preparing to take revenge on the businesswoman who killed her, Catwoman finds herself at a disadvantage when she discovers that her mortal enemy has gained superhuman durability due to a special kind of face cream that gives you diamond-hard skin.
You stop using it, and your face disintegrates.
Even if you have time to wrap your head around that one, they then do a complete U-turn as Catwoman scratches up her face, leading to Sharon falling through a glass floor to her death. As far as superhero fights go, this one is far from perfect.
Help me!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1, Superman versus Nuclear Man, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. This is it, people. The tragic end to Christopher Reeve's legendary performance as the Man of Steel. What had been cinematic magic was reduced to a parody of itself, concluding with Superman taking on the ridiculous-looking Nuclear Man in a slap fight with some of the worst special effects you've probably ever seen, including but not limited to Nuclear Man tossing the Statue of Liberty. It also concludes with an unremarkable fight on the moon, followed by Supes winning the day by dropping his foe into a nuclear reactor. Definitely not one of the last Son of Krypton's proudest moments.
It's as it always was, on the brink, with good fighting evil.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.